everyone, Kira here with Project Life Week 11. This week, it looks like all my other weeks, I guess, but I feel like the second page turned into kind of a hot mess, which is, fine, whatever. It is what it is. This week has kind of been a hot mess for me because I've been sick, which you can probably tell in my voice, and I'll try not to do those annoying sounds like sniff and cough, but no promises because I got 16 and a half minutes of talking to fill up here, so we'll see how it goes. So this week was actually my son Elliot's birthday week, so he turned a year old. And I did, because you'll notice on this spread, there's not a whole lot of pictures that document it because I took a ton of pictures on his actual birthday, and I did an insert this week. So I didn't film the insert, but I actually have a blog post on it. So I'll link the blog post below if you want to see how I do inserts for the week, for weeks where you have way too many pictures that aren't going to fit in your album. So that's what happened. Obviously, a first birthday, you have to have tons of pictures, of the cake and all that. So I have a ton of pictures, and I just did an insert, and like I said, blog post, read it now. Don't do it now. Watch the rest of the video and then go read the blog post after you watch this video. Let's see. This first side that I'm doing is I wish I knew the the page design number or letters, because I feel like it'd be better than explaining that it's a 4x6 card and a bunch of 3x4 cards. But that's what it is, and I don't know the design number off the top of my head. So I like this design a lot better than a lot of the other designs because I like the 3x4 cards. It's probably my favorite size card to work with, because I think it's easier to fill up a 3x4 card than it is to fill up a 4x6 card. So I think that's why I struggled a little bit with the second page, because the second page I did is 6 4x6 cards. So it's just a little bit harder for me to work with 4x6 cards than it is with 3x4s. Not as difficult as a 6x6, which if you want to see me struggle with that, go ahead and watch last week's Project Life. Anyways, I'm just doing my typical layering everything up. I've got a lot of cute pictures of Elliot on this side of the page, and then on the other side it's just filled with Jonathan pictures, but here's a picture of him. He stole my husband's whatchamacallit candy bar, and my husband got a whatchamacallit, and I had never had one before. At least I don't think I had one before. And so he kept telling me how it was going to change my life, and because that's just my husband, he's kind of a goofball like that, but he kept saying it's going to change your life. And so then Elliot was trying to eat the candy bar, and he stole it from him, would not let go of it. And so I took a picture, and then I did my husband's quote in this. It says, "This will change your life." And that's what that card is right there. And Elliot didn't end up getting any piece of the candy bar. He just slobbered all over it, because that's what babies do. But he tried real hard. He tried real hard to get that candy bar. So yeah, that's what that card is there. He had his 1 year checkup, because that's what happens with babies, is they get doctor's appointments all the time. So I have a picture of him on the next card. You'll see a picture of him at the actual doctor's appointment. But I wanted to document all of the little, the little stats that they give you. So it's got his height and his weight, his head circumference, and he got 3 shots. Poor guy, but he's tough. So he was able to power through his vaccines this time around. So that's all that has on there, is just his stats. And I was actually smarter this week than I've been in the past, where I kind of journaled as I went. So if there was a story that I wanted to document for this week, I actually wrote it down prior to Saturday night, because that's when I do my project life, is Saturday nights. So I wrote all of my journaling down before I actually did my project life. So you'll see I skip a couple cards, or there's like cards that are already filled out because I had already done I've already done the journaling on them. Like this one, I just wanted to add a little bit of something to it because I just thought it was very green. So I just wanted to add a little touch of white. So I just did this little banner that says today's story and then the date on it there. And then back to some pictures. So if there's like journaling actually on the card, I just did it when I put the picture on, but like the stories that didn't necessarily have a picture that went along with them, I just wanted to document, I did those separately. So this one is just a picture of my husband and my son, Jonathan, cuddling on the couch, watching a movie or something. And I just thought it was really cute of them. So I wanted to get a picture of that. But the picture had my husband's toe in the picture. So I wanted to make sure I cover that up because I didn't want to see my husband's toe. So that got covered up by the little tag, and then I just put a few little pieces of ephemera on top of that. So there's like you and me is what that says, and then that little sticker says Mr. Perfect, referring to my husband because he is pretty perfect. And then I just did a little journaling about them cuddling on the couch together. And I'm just trimming off the edges there, and that one is done. This is my title card. So this was actually a 4x4 card. I got these 4x4 cards at Tuesday morning, but obviously I don't do 4x4 cards in my album. So I just cut down the ones that I could, and I'll be using the other ones in like other projects, but I cut down the ones that could be cut down into 3x4s, and this is one of them. So I just put the dates, and that was another thing I did beforehand, is I actually put dates before I started filming, because I'm still filming on my phone, so I had to be able to film or get the dates down before I filmed, so then I wouldn't have to stop filming to look at the dates or say I'm going to add them later and then completely forget to add them later. So yeah. This is my son Elliot. It was actually kind of nice on one of the days this week, like sunny and, not like super warm, but, warm for, Washington, I guess. So Jonathan went outside to play, and I let Elliot kind of crawl outside, but we have dogs, so I didn't want him like crawling out like the dog poop and stuff. So he just was like on the front step or the top step and was really frustrated that he couldn't go any further. So now I've got all of them laid out, and I'm kind of adding just little touches to everything. So I've got like these foam phrase stickers, these black foam phrase stickers. These are Freckled Fawn that I got in my Citrus Twist kit this month. So I'm going to use a few of these and a few of the little there's like hearts and stars and stuff too. And, for this kind of thing, I want to make sure that if I add it on one card that I added on a few of the cards. Same with these thickers here. You'll be seeing a lot of these. I think I mentioned before that I have 4 packs of them. So I really like them, and they're probably going to go on every single Project Life spread that I do. And they've got little birthday candles. So I put those on the picture of Elliot, that was taken the morning of his birthday. But that's the only picture on this spread that kind of documents the fact that it was his birthday. So like I said, check out the blog post if you want to see the insert that I did. Also pulled out some of the Maggie Holmes Chasing Dreams stickers and added some of those. And then this one card, I just felt like it was really empty on the bottom, so I wanted to add something. So I did this little chipboard tag thing, and I just put some little alphas on top that says 1 year to just kind of document that it was his 1 year appointment. So now I'm starting on the other page, which, like I said, it was 6 4x6 cards. So these, I have mostly like 2 pictures on each because they kind of go together. So like, here's Elliot. I don't know what he's eating in this picture, but he was so funny when he was eating it because he was like shoving it like in his face and he was like eating it like a dog, kind of. I don't know. Babies are funny when they eat. So I end up taking like a ton of pictures of my kids when they eat because they're so cute. Yes, I don't know really what he's eating here, but I just thought it was a cute picture. I used that little piece of ephemera that says shine. It's a cut apart actually, but I thought it kind of went with like the little circles down at the bottom of the card, so I thought it tied in well together. And then I use that always dreaming of piece. It's also a cut apart because I just thought it was cute with his always dreaming of food, because he probably is. So this is one of those stories that I wanted to tell that happened this week. So I wrote it down ahead of time. And it's actually just talking about how my son Jonathan, he's like starting to get to that age where they kind of like play like make believe. So he wanted to play Blue's Clues this week. And he told me he wanted to play Blue's Clues, and I didn't know what that meant, because we have never played Blue's Clues before. We've watched the show, but we've never actually played Blue's Clues. So it basically just entailed him going, a clue, a clue, a clue, and then me going, where? And then him pointing at some random object in the house, like the chair, and like he would point to the chair and go, the chair, a clue, the chair. And so I'd go, okay, we got to get our handy dandy. And then he'd say, notebook. Because that's what happens in Blue's Clues. Like, just over and over again. The show is ridiculously repetitive. So, and then we would have to get some sticky notes, notepad, and draw a picture. And then we just did that over and over again. Like for a good 30 minutes at least. So yeah, that was what that story was about. This is my kids playing in the bath. This is actually the toy that we got Elliot for his birthday. We don't buy our kids a whole lot of toys because they have grandparents that spoil them like crazy. So that's all we bought for Elliot for his birthday, was just this little bath toy. And it was just a picture of them playing with that. So on the day that it was really nice, Jonathan wanted to go outside, and so I let him go outside, and he wanted to play with we have like this water sensory table that goes outside, so he wanted to play with that, and so I said, okay, sure, and so I filled it up with some water, and then I went inside to go write one of my pen pals a letter. And then I look over, and he's like sitting in his water table, completely clothed. No joke, completely clothed. And on the next card, you'll see that he's completely clothed right there in the water table. So I took some pictures because it was funny, and then when he got out, then I took all of his clothes off, and he didn't want to get any clothes back on. He didn't even want to get a diaper back on. He just wanted to be naked. So then he just played outside naked. And then so the pictures where he was with his little naked butt, he was getting more water for his sensory table because he had dumped it all out. So those are what all of these pictures are here. So I thought they would be really cute to document. And I use this little like tag. It says, let them be little, because really I'm like the type of mom that's like, go ahead and make a mess, like get messy, get wet. It doesn't really matter to me because you're only going to be young for this short amount of time. And I'd rather clean up a bunch of messes and have you have fun than be one of those moms that's like anal retentive about everything, and you don't have any fun in your life. So my kids, I definitely get to have fun and get messy and get in sensory tables completely clothed, because that's what they like to do. So I've got all of the cards laid out here. I felt like a couple of them were just missing just missing something, especially the one on that little, like the geometric pattern one. That one I just felt like completely needed something on the side there, but I just didn't know what. So I'm just adding a few little extra details, but then my phone's gonna cut off, so you're not gonna be able to see the rest, but I just added some more enamel dots and stuff. But I'll have close-ups at the end. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and go ahead and check out my blog post on my birthday insert for Elliot. And I will see you next week for Project Life Week 13. Thanks for watching. Bye.